Hello everyone, welcome back to the Auto UK. Imagine the open road stretching ahead, but this time, you're not behind the wheel of a bulky camper van or navigating an oversized RV. You're cruising in something radically more compact, yet surprisingly equipped, the 2025 electric Honda Camper Tricycle. Yes, you heard that right. Honda has taken a bold leap into the world of micro-camping with an electric tricycle that promises efficiency, sustainability, and just enough comfort for the modern minimalist adventurer. This isn't just a quirky concept vehicle or a design experiment for an auto show crowd. The 2025 Honda Camper Tricycle is a real, road-ready machine designed for short getaways, urban escapes, and minimalist travel. Built on Honda's growing portfolio of electric mobility solutions, it blends compact electric technology with a modular micro-camper body that's built for solo travelers or adventurous couples. Let's start by talking about the Trike itself. Honda has always had a reputation for producing reliable, innovative vehicles, and that philosophy carries through to this three-wheeled camper. At its core, the tricycle is based on a modified version of Honda's existing electric scooter platform. Think the Honda M1e but bulked up for more torque, more stability, and more payload capacity. The front end is a dual-fork system with 14-inch wheels, and the rear is a single, wide-track wheel that provides balance and traction. The electric motor is a brushless hub motor integrated into the rear wheel, delivering around 6 kilowatts of power, or about 8 horsepower in old money. That might not sound like much, but in the context of a lightweight frame and a low-speed, torque-focused design, it's more than enough. Top speed is electronically limited to 45 miles per hour, making it street legal for most urban and suburban roads in the UK, while remaining well within the legal limit for trikes and quadricycles. Battery-wise, Honda has equipped the Camper Trike with a dual-pack lithium-ion battery system, offering around 5.6 kilowatt-hours in total. That's good for a real-world range of 70 to 90 miles depending on terrain, load, and usage. But here's the clever part: both battery packs are removable. You can swap them at charging stations, or even bring them indoors to charge via a standard wall socket. For people living in flats or without dedicated EV parking, this is a game-changer. Now, let's shift to the camper portion, because this is where things get really interesting. At first glance, the rear pod of the tricycle looks like a futuristic cargo box, sleek, aerodynamically shaped, and fully enclosed in weatherproof composite panels. But open it up, and you'll find a surprisingly functional mini camper setup. The interior is small, yes, but Honda has made incredible use of space. There's a single bed that folds out to accommodate one adult comfortably, or two in a tight but cozy arrangement. The sleeping area is foam padded with a ventilated back wall that doubles as a privacy screen when the rear hatch is open. Integrated LED lighting lines the ceiling, powered directly from the vehicle's 12-volt accessory battery. Next to the sleeping platform, there's a modular kitchenette system. This includes a single-burner induction hob, a tiny sink with a 10-liter freshwater tank and a gray water tank, and a pull-out counter for meal prep. Storage cubbies line the walls, with space for a cooler box, utensils, dry food, and other essentials. And yes, there's even a USB charging hub with solar assist. On sunny days, the rooftop solar panel can generate up to 100 watts of power, trickling charge into your battery bank and powering small electronics. Speaking of solar, the roof panel isn't just a gimmick. Honda's engineers incorporated flexible solar film technology to reduce weight while maximizing surface area. The panel provides enough juice to keep lights and ventilation systems running all night, and during the day, it can top up your accessory battery or provide a slight range extension, though don't expect miracles in a UK winter. For ventilation and comfort, the camper pod has two pop-out side windows with insect screens, and a rear skylight that can open fully for airflow. There's also a fold-out awning on one side for shelter when cooking or relaxing outside. Honda sells optional accessories like a privacy tent and a foldable camping table, but the base setup is already impressively self-sufficient. Now, let's talk about storage and cargo. Underneath the sleeping platform, there's room for two small suitcases or several storage bins. The floor is reinforced and has tie-down hooks, which means you can even haul outdoor gear like a folding bike, compact fishing rods, or camera equipment. Honda has clearly thought about the needs of weekend warriors and digital nomads. The user interface is minimal, with a small touchscreen mounted on the handlebars providing ride data, battery status, and navigation through a built-in Honda Connect app. That app can sync with your phone for music, trip planning, and diagnostics, and even includes a camping-specific mode that monitors your power usage and alerts you if you're running low before bed. Riding the Honda Camper Trike is a unique experience. It's quieter than a moped and more maneuverable than a van. Steering is surprisingly tight, and the three-wheel design means it stays upright without a kickstand. There's regenerative braking built in, and a low-speed cruise mode that makes it easier to ride through campgrounds or narrow park paths. Suspension is modest but effective, with front shocks that absorb most city bumps and rear damping that smooths out uneven surfaces. Safety features include LED lights front and rear, integrated indicators, and a reverse beep for backing into tight spaces. There's even a rear-view camera feed that displays on the handlebars, making it easier to navigate in reverse. While it won't compete with full-size RVs for amenities, it makes up for it in agility and freedom. Now, how does it compare to other micro-campers or electric trikes on the market? Well, in terms of size, it's slightly longer than a cargo e-bike but far smaller than a K-camper or tiny van. Compared to options like the Citroën Ami Camper or the Mobo Triton, the Honda Camper Trike is lighter, more efficient, and arguably more practical for solo explorers. It's also cheaper to run. There's no road tax in the UK for EVs of this class, and insurance is typically minimal. When it comes to pricing, Honda has kept things competitive. The base model starts at around £7,999, including the full camper pod and battery system. Optional upgrades like the solar roof, comfort pack, or upgraded suspension can bring the total closer to £9,500, but even fully spec'd, it's still significantly more affordable than any van-based camper on the market. And with running costs estimated at under 2p per mile, it's a serious option for low-budget, low-impact travel. In terms of use cases, this vehicle is ideal for weekend getaways, solo camping trips, music festivals, or even urban stealth camping. It fits in a regular parking space, doesn't draw attention, and can be charged at home. It's also road legal in most of Europe, making it suitable for slow travel across the continent. There's even a community starting to form around these micro-campers, with forums and meetups dedicated to electric camper trikes and DIY conversions. What about downsides? Of course, this isn't for everyone. If you need to carry a family, tow a trailer, or travel off-grid for weeks at a time, this probably isn't your ideal camper. Weatherproofing is good, but it's not the same as a full-size motorhome. And while the range is fine for regional travel, it's not ideal for cross-country adventures without careful planning. That said, the experience of traveling in such a minimalist, low-impact vehicle is truly liberating. There's something beautiful about parking up at a quiet coastal lay-by, opening the rear hatch, and watching the waves roll in while sipping a hot brew made from your tiny built-in kitchen. It's travel stripped back to the essentials, with none of the emissions, noise, or fuel costs of traditional campers. The Honda Camper Trike represents a new way of thinking about mobility and adventure. It's light, efficient, and smart. It fits the needs of a generation that values experiences over possessions, freedom over excess, and sustainability over size. In many ways, it's the spiritual successor to the classic VW camper van, but reimagined for the electric era and scaled down for modern life. It's also a clear statement from Honda about where they see the future going. Micro-mobility, modular design, and electric infrastructure are converging to create entirely new vehicle categories. The 2025 electric Honda Camper Tricycle is more than a quirky invention, it's a bold step into the future of travel, and we're here for it. Would you take this on your next camping trip? Could you see yourself living out of one of these, even for a weekend? Let us know what you think in the comments. And if you're new to Auto UK, be sure to subscribe for more deep dives into the world of alternative vehicles, electric mobility, and everything that's reshaping how we move.